and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I'm feeling particularly splendid. I'm feeling particularly good about myself right now. I've just finished listening to the new, and it's very, very new, Big Finish release, Master. So normally I take about a week or so to listen to these. It was dropped yesterday. I actually had time to listen to the whole thing, and it was really rather good. I'd say it's really rather good. Eric Roberts returns to the Master. We saw him briefly in what they call that, the Enemy Within. I think this is what they sort of call the McGann TV movie, Enemy Within. And then he's been in a bunch of Big Finish releases. You don't need to know anything other than Enemy Within to enjoy this. And as I said, yeah, I think this is a recommend. This is indeed a recommend, but this is for me because I really like Eric Roberts Master. I would like to see more of it. That's what everything hinges on, right? Everything hinges on how much you like Eric Roberts Master. And then if you do, this is probably for you. If not, probably not. But we're going to go into it in much more detail. That's the point of the review, isn't it? We're going to go into it in much more detail. Before we get there, can you hit the like button? That'll be freaking awesome. Thank you very much. Can you hit the share button and the subscribe button? I am once again tantalizingly close to 2,900 subscribers. We gotta get me over there before YouTube's algorithm notices. They don't really like me much. YouTube's algorithm, they don't really like me much. They demonetize my channel, and I do think they kind of like, put their foot on my what's the word, reach. I don't know how to. But anyway, if you hit the like, share, definitely the subscribe button, that'd be great. And I think if I get over 2,900 subscribers, which I'm 1 or 2 away right now, we might break the algorithm. That'd be freaking awesome. Also, commenting is great. If you want to be freaking awesome, you want to be absolutely beyond awesome, go check out my Indiegogo. It's right over here. Go check out my Indiegogo. The link is in the video notes. 2 stonking awesome graphic novels. I've been plugging them like plugging them like crazy. Go check them out. One's called the Imperium, a love letter to Telly Fancy of the 1960s. Listen, a big Finish fan, who you probably are if you're watching this, will almost certainly like that. Also biblical, 220 page, 180 pages of story, freaking awesome graphic novel, kind of like the early Vertigo books, Sandman, Swamp Thing, that kind of feel. So you get both books, and then there's a whole bunch of extras. Now, because of public demand, I didn't want to do this. I actually didn't want to do this because I want you to read my comics. That's really the thing. I throw in a whole bunch of extras, but I'm going to be adding in a tier called Everything Apart from the Comics. I'm going to have it for $9.99. $9.99. You get all of the male gaze cast. Now, you get these free when you buy both books. A series of very delightful art cards based on my 12-year-old titillation. So they're all very, very good. Right now, it started off at 4. It grew to 6. I think we're probably going to be at 10 by the time we're done. If you get the package of Everything But the Comics, you get all these cards, no matter how many of them we end up doing them. I hope, and also if you're a backer, let me know what you would like to do as the next one. We got to do a couple of guys ones though, but I'm really edging towards Wilma Deering from Buck Rogers. Anyway, we have Keeping the British End Up, a very James Bondy one. We have Party Like It Was 1999, and there didn't seem much partying going on Moonbase Alpha, right? Everybody seemed to be very, very po-faced and static here. Dr. Helen Russell fit in perfectly. By the way, the Big Finish version of Space 99, freaking awesome. If you haven't checked it out, I really recommend it. The only thing I don't like about it is the Helena Russell in that, who is the polar opposite of Barbara Bain. But she's like, Barbara Bain, you actually never saw her face move at all in the entire, in every episode. The one in the Big Finish version, it's always emoting and always shouting and always like, let's go for something in the middle. We have Don't Even Think It's Citizen. Don't Even Think It's Citizen. A wonderful Judge Anderson-y one. My personal favourite. You know my personal favourite. No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. That's quite a bit for me there. No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. Then, of course, we have the Chaser Copy Jester we edited in recently. I'm Sensing Strong Emotions, Captain. And the latest, most fantastic, fantabulous one is the Star Wars-y one. The Force is Female. So you get all 6 cards. Plus, but wait, there's more. You're going to get this A2 poster called A Bohemian in Time and Space. If the campaign gets to, let's say, $8,000, and you're backing on this level, we're going to add in this poster as well. We have more posters coming. We have this one, which is an add-on. But anyway, because the public has spoken. The public has said they want They want the art cards, but they can't really afford $40 a buy. And so yeah, $9.99. It'd be $10. It'd be $10. I was going to say $9.99. No, but I'm doing it for $10. I'm going to squeeze you out that extra penny. And there's local shipping, of course, in what was it? Ireland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK and US. Anywhere else, not much I can do for you. Not much I can do for you. But you know, there's something I can do for you. The one thing I can do for you is let you know what the Master was like. What Master was like, starring Eric Roberts. Pretty good. I'm giving this one overall score would be a 7 out of 10. Some stories were better than the others. So this is a 3-disc release, and I think this is really going to take over from the 4-disc release that what used to be. Honestly, it's fine by me. That 3rd disc was always a little bit of padding, and this it made a like yeah, it gave you like a good beginning, middle, and end. So they're developing this world to put this Master in. It sort of works. It sort of works. They're doing this in post-Dalek invasion. 2159. So the world's like recovered. It's been about 10 years or so since the Dalek invasion, and there's a lot of like, you know, urban decay and like being problem. Basically, kept saying all the way through the extras, we want to make it like Blade Runner, like Blade Runner. It's gonna be all Blade Runner. Make it like Blade Runner. It's not like Blade Runner. It's not. I can see they wanted to because they got like these American actors going on. It's not like Blade Runner. It's like when British people go, yeah, British productions say, let's do something like Blade Runner, and what you get Crystal Maze. You know, you get Red Dwarf. You know, and I like Crystal Maze, I like Red Dwarf, but they're nothing like Blade Runner. So that's really the biggest problem with that. Other than that, it's a pretty good world they create. It's like kind of like your standard Big Finish urban decay sci-fi world, and they've done this a few times in quite a few releases. Once again, Eric Roberts freaking perfect as a Master. His voice is just oozes, and I have to say they do play with like that snake-like Svengali-like you know, aspect to this Master, especially in the theme music. It's got this very Arabic snake charmer kind of feel to it, which I think really works for this Master. So yeah, that's good. And now they pair up with Chase Masterson, whose character was it Vilna Vita. I'll look it up in a second. But was it Vilna Salvatore? So essentially, she's Han Solo, a space Han Solo. No, I'll say a space Indiana Jones. That's what she is. She's a space Indiana Jones bounty hunter. So she's a pretty cool character. But she keeps saying in the extras like, well, I just play her like a klutz. No, she's incredibly glamorous. She's an incredibly glamorous like female space Indiana Jones. Okay, nothing about her says klutzy to me at all whatsoever. So let's start looking at the stories. We'll look at the little blurb. Abandoned in the vortex, a Master's lost incarnation is about to get thrown a lifeline. So the weird thing about this is they brought the Master out of the Eye of Harmony a few times in the other releases. So this one they're setting before then, so they got to stuff him back in there by the time you're done. You kind of know that going in, which is a little bit annoying. So abandon the vortex, the Master's lost incarnation is about to be thrown a lifeline. Earth rebuilds in the aftermath of the of invasion, and power rests in those who innovate, like Lila Krieg. Makes a deal with the devil to see her dreams fulfilled. So yeah, you do get the genius woman of science trope in this, which is it's fine. It's like I'm a little bit bored with it in 2021, but other than that, it's the character's written and played reasonably well. So I quite like it. At first I thought she was some kind of like has some kind of connection to the logicians from Tomb of the Cybermen, the Kylie, right? When I first saw the name, but no, not at all. So yeah, so essentially she's a very driven woman of science, building something. As the Master returns, there are those like Vienna Salvatore who wish to hunt him, and those whom he wishes vengeance himself. Yeah, okay, fine. So that's the basic premise. So the first story in this, I would say this is the middle story in terms of quality. I'm going to give this story, I'm going to give this one gets like a 7. I would say a 7 out of 10. Drake Enterprises is the most powerful company on Earth. Dr. Lila Krieg is its most valued asset, but her experiments open a doorway which allow an evil back into the universe. A master can offer Lila the world so long as she obeys him. So this is what drives this? What drives this, which I think really, again, it worked because of Eric Roberts. His performance, it really works because of him, is that she's creating this teleportation device thing, and then she gets kind of tunnels into the time vortex, and the master finds her. And a lot of the story is him like inside her head trying to convince her to do what she needs to do to get him out of the time vortex, so get him out there. And he's just being very charming, very convincing, and it's like, again, he's this like demon inside her head, which I think Eric Roberts is just great at, absolutely great at. Reasonably well written story. Robert Valentine isn't the best of Big Finish writers. He's not the worst. It's better than workable, right? Workable is the is like your C. It's like your C grade before it starts saying or fading. So workable. So it's above that. It's above that. I'm going to give this a C++. Let's say that's like 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Second story, Prey, by Robert Whitelock. I would say it's the weakest of the three, and it's not bad, but it's what we just said before, workable. It's very, very, very by the numbers, and you know exactly what's going to happen. Nothing surprises you in any way. Impossibly glamorous assassin Vienna Salvatore has a new target. Say impossibly glamorous. I don't know why she thinks she's playing like a klutz, because she's not. So impossibly glamorous assassin Vienna Salvatore has a new target. Crossing time and space, Vienna takes one final job to free from this life. Right? Yeah, so basically, she's an assassin with a heart of gold. It's how they play her. Basically she's turned good. She's turned good. So she's taken this job. But when the master is hunted through the slums of the ganglands of London, the line is blurred between predator and prey. So essentially, this one, Eric Roberts and Lila Klieg end up in the Badlands of London, right? Which they try and make it into like this feral post-apocalyptic, Blade Runner-esque landscape. Doesn't really work again because it's very English. It feels like Red Dwarf rather than Blade Runner, but lots and lots of urban decay, lots of like street gangs controlling the world, controlling that part of the world, and lawlessness. Now, add into that Vienna Salvatore, who I generally quite like. I like Chase Masterson. I've always liked Chase Masterson. I liked her when she was on Deep Space Nine, but I think the thing that really like cemented me liking her. I also liked her on all the sci-fi talk shows, news shows she did as well on the Sci-Fi Channel. I was at a con once and I saw her. And she was like standing like 2 feet away from me. I don't know, 2 feet away from me. I'm saying that you could tell a movie star from a mile away. She was one of the most beautiful and perfect looking people I've ever seen. She was clearly made up. She looked very good. But generally speaking, I think this works. So she's been given the job of assassinating. Well, you don't know if it's the master or if it's the identity the master has taken on. The master takes on an interesting identity at the end of the first episode, which drives the story forward. And the third one, Vengeance. Vengeance is has a really good premise, and I think it's my favorite story. So I'm going to give this one maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I give the Prey, I think it's 5.5, 6 around there. So Vengeance, at the end of the second part, this is no spoiler because it's on the front cover, the Daleks show up. So this is the Daleks 10 years after the Daleks invasion of the Earth. So people are absolutely freaking out. So Daleks are there and say, "We are the masters of the Earth." And Eric Roberts like, "Excuse me, that position is taken. I'm the master." So we have the Eric Roberts master as a defender of the Earth against the Daleks because he wants the Earth for himself. And yeah, I really like that idea. So let's read the blurb. The Daleks are returning. Their plan, long in the making, is complete. The Earth Earth will be theirs once more. But someone stands against them, someone with his own reasons for revenge, and Vienna and Layla are caught in the crossfire because Earth's greatest hope against the Daleks lies with the Master. So yeah, great premise, really, really great premise. Daleks versus the Master in post-apocalyptic Dalek invasion of Earth, where he has to save the Earth. And there's an interesting thing they add into this, that one of the motivations of the Daleks is the Dalek prosecutor, who was in charge of putting the Master on trial at the beginning of the McGann movie, is one of the prime movers here. And again, that really works. I like that a lot. Eric Roberts facing off against the Daleks. Great. I would really like to see more of these sets. They have said as long as there's demand, they'll be making them. So they do have quite a few Master Ranges going on right now. They have this. They have the War Master. Yeah, more please, more of the same. Better writers next time, maybe. If you can put your A team on it. If you get a bit of Nick Briggs on there, I wouldn't mind. That's the only thing that really let it down. Matt Fedden is the strongest talent, strongest writing talent here. He was also the the script editor. Just great, as I said, lots of fun. Eric Roberts the Master, love it, absolutely love it. More Eric Roberts Master, and hopefully there will be there will indeed be more Eric Roberts as the Master. So there you go. Is it worth your time? Yeah, listen, I give you my review. You take it from there. Take it from there if you want to. Like, I'm glad I bought this. Again, I'm giving this I'm going to go up to 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I think it's worth your time, worth your money. Not a dud. Not a dud. And I'm really glad about it because I really hope they do more. My name's Sheila Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.